Yes, guys, we are finally back and we finally made it to the second reaction video I've dropped on this YouTube platform. Welcome to this BrBpTV. Be real, be positive television, brothers and sisters. I'm your boy, Mr. Lex. Not Mr. Lex, not Misty, Mr. Lex, brothers and sisters. That's my name, you see me, boom bang. Anyways, brothers and sisters, big up on yourself for definitely tuning in today's vibrations. Of course, check out the previous one I'll be doing. Well, I did actually on a Mr. Lex reaction, guys. I think you'll be the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And of course, don't forget to click the thumbs up button, click the like button, and subscribe, brothers and sisters. Subscribe, click the bell after you subscribe, and then click also be notified when I drop my videos right there, brothers. I said that too fast. Click the bell so you'll be notified when I drop my videos right there, brothers and sisters. I would appreciate that right there and then. And of course, helping this channel to grow when you subscribe in that regard. Welcome, brothers and sisters, and without further ado, let us get into the vibrations for today right there. Now, brothers and sisters, an individual in the comment right there. This is Mar Gaul X Larock 8567. Interesting name right there. This individual made a comment on one of the videos, well, the yesterday video I made on this here channel. No, on the crab. Is it the crab? No, it's on the what do you call that again? I seen it with the marina, brothers and sisters. So this individual made a statement on the marina, talking about agriculture and what have you. And the individual indicated that statement right there, stating not just agriculture, not just agriculture can bring sustainable development. I agree, but exporting water. Well, when we look at agriculture, we think of the soil, the land, and the soil, sun, and water. So that's why water would be included in agriculture, because you need waters for your crops and what have you. So that's how we tend to look at it when it comes down to agriculture, because we include the water in that regard right there. Well, that's personally me, I tend to include water in that regard. Yes, definitely. I also think we need to include air. You know, man is bottling air. That's a multi-million-dollar industry. Yes, bottling air is a multi-million-dollar industry. You can go on top mountain and bottle air, brothers and sisters, and make a lot of money in that regard. Especially we have dealings with China, and China is very polluted, I should say, populated and polluted. So I think it'll make sense that we bottle air in Dominica and sell to China and make some monies from that. Don't you think so? If Antigua can take our plantains and turn it into Antiguan plantain chips and sell it to New Zealand, I think we can do something with the air, brothers and sisters. So that will definitely make sense to me. Of course, exporting water as well. It's very interesting. Dominica has the ability to export water, brothers and sisters. But it's very interesting to find out that Dominica has more imported water in Dominica than Dominica water itself. You what? No, you didn't hear that. Let me say that slowly. Dominica has more imported water in Dominica than Dominica has Dominica water in Dominica. We are water from America. We are water from St. Vincent, Bobby. I don't know for Barbados, Jamaica. As for Trinidad itself going crazy with Dominica water. Trinidad, Antigua, we have this there. Yes, brothers and sisters, we have a number of waters, and we only have one type of water in Dominica, Tuapito. Don't ask me where Lubia water go, I don't know, brothers and sisters, but we claim we have 365 rivers and it's only Tuapito we're producing. So that's very interesting right there. So instead of a marina, why not water export stations? I agree, yes. There are certain places, including Grenada right now, who is under serious drought. Well, I think there was a little bit of rainfall recently, from my understanding. What is going on here? We'll get back to that. All right. Anyways, brothers and sisters, before I was saying, places like Grenada, who would have loved to have some Dominican water in, because they were going under some serious problems with water. Dominica could have said, hey guys, let's jump on that and let's see if we can send some water down to them. No, maybe Grenada decided going for Trinidad water instead, and maybe that was the case. But of course, that's an opportunity that was lost right there, brothers and sisters. You know, there's a saying that we have: 3 things that can never be returned. 3 things, brothers and sisters. One of them is neglected opportunities. That is one that can never be returned, brothers and sisters. So let's just keep that in mind. All right, there's a lot of neglected opportunities, one of which I can always mention about the cannabis industry, which we could have used for the medical purposes, considering we are the nature of the Caribbean. Apparently, we don't seem to understand what that means, it seems. But that's okay because that's what the people want. That's what the people want. We'll talk about the people in a moment, brothers and sisters. But it's just interesting that this person made this comment. I agree with you, no doubt about it. Not just agriculture can bring sustainable development, but exporting water. So instead of a marina, we should actually create things that can actually create sustainable development for the people. Now, brothers and sisters, a question was asked yesterday on the basis of what project has the government ever done to Dominica to actually create any sustainable development for the people themselves? There's zero. Nothing, brothers and sisters. Now, it's interesting that when they build bridges, they make ceremonies to have ceremony for bridge. Making bridges nice, but does that help the people? Absolutely not. What could actually help the people is when they're making the feeder roads, put the feeder roads so the agricultural the farmers can go there and access the agricultural farm and do things. But that itself is a huge problem. So, brothers and sisters, when it comes down to the development of the people themselves, what is the government, what project has the government put in place to help the people? Absolutely nothing. One of which I mentioned, factories would definitely help. Factories would definitely help. There's a video I saw of the government talking about being shareholders. I think the same kind of thing that the Philip Nassif individual was doing for Dominicans. He was saying these things, but when it comes down to the actual doing of it, absolutely nothing. Scared has done absolutely nothing for the development of the people. This is why the people are constantly getting poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer and poorer to the point where the people have to depend on the very people that are making them poorer and poorer and poorer to do things that they should be doing or should be able to do for themselves. For example, building their own houses. But instead, they kill the people's ability, destroy the economy. The people cannot build their houses, and therefore they have to build houses for them. And as a result of building houses for them now, they then have to be loyal to the very people who have made them poor. Boy, that is truly something else to fathom, brothers and sisters. Anyways, I stay too long on this. Let's move on to the next vibrations right there, brothers and sisters. Dominica's oldest person passes away at 110 years old. Of course, this individual was born April 26, 1914, brothers and sisters. And of course, Mamagi, we know about Mapampo. I think Mapampo was 128 years old. I don't think she went down in the Guinness Book of Record. I also saw that somebody passed away at 141. So that person most likely got the record in recent times because that person passed away. No, that person is still alive, I think. Either the person passed away at 141 or the person is 141 and they're still alive today. That's what she claimed there. That's what she claimed, I think. How you don't remember that properly? I just remember 141. The person claimed that they are 141. So that person most likely was alive when they claimed that. Or was it they're claiming that, I don't know, brothers and sisters, but 141 in that regard. Right there. Anyways, so this person, Mamagi, was born in 26 in 1914. It's interesting that I remember people getting 100 years because they were born in the 18th century, brothers and sisters. Now people are 110 born in the 19th century. Time waited for no man, brothers and sisters. Very interesting right there. Anyway, she was born 26th of April 1914, passed away 22nd May 2024 right there. That was 7 days ago. Sympathies to her family and friends. Maybe your family and friends are not alive. That's interesting to think about. That's very interesting to think about. Maybe she had grandsons. Can you imagine, brothers and sisters, that this woman decides, you know what, I'm Miss Independent, I don't need no man and whatever, and I'm not about that family life and what have you, and decide to have no children at all, and she live 100 years and it's just she alone that there. Just nobody checking on her. Just her friends most likely pass away too. Her siblings pass away. Everybody pass away. And no grandchildren to come and say, hey, mama, you doing good? I'm not saying that is the case. I'm just thinking based on modern ideologies, especially Miss Independent women, they will say, I don't need men, I don't need this, I don't need that, because they can do things that normal adults can do. This is very interesting. You can pay your bills, great. You can buy your car, great. You can buy your house, great. That's what normal adults who have the facilities and the finances do. This is not anything exceptional. Can you imagine men that doing this saying, well, Mr. Independent? Can you imagine that? That's kind of insane. Right? They know you're just an adult. But anyways, so sympathies goes out to her right there. 110 years old. That's a blessing right there. The great book says free score and 10. Free score is 60 and 10. That's 70. So she lived 40 years beyond that. That lady must have been a ninja. Yes, I. Big up to you, Auntie. May your soul rest in peace. Hopefully you know the Creator before you left this earth. And that would be a good thing, because if not, woe be unto thee. Alright then. Let me that say. Anyway, brothers and sisters, I actually showed this thing yesterday, brothers and sisters, of the crabs that took over Intercontinental Resort. Now I got another video, brothers and sisters. I thought it was just a particular area, you know, a particular area where, you know, was an abandoned area, what have you, brothers and sisters. But when you look at this one now, this is in the front region, brothers and sisters. So crabs are just all over the place right there. I'm guessing this is a co-worker recording. Maybe she closed the door because she checking we under attack. Oh, there are plenty water for crab, eh?
Crab for sale.
Crab for sale for real. This is in the entrance region, brothers and sisters. Can you imagine you have
crab
tourists and people of certain stature coming in and they seeing this thing happen? That's very interesting right there. Individuals have indicated that the crabs were there before, you know, and well, that person, right, crab for sale, maybe they can make some soup, crab soup, kalaloo soup, I don't know, whatever, brothers and sisters. All you know what all you eat. I don't eat crab. But brothers and sisters, imagine folks of certain calibers coming to a place where they considered a caliber place, and they coming out and crabs all over the place. Crab, I remember seeing a movie, a scary movie, where the crabs, they were dangerous creatures. So anytime they jump on humans, they would just eat the humans, go inside them, and all kind of crazy thing. I also saw one mosquitoes were growing big. That was back in the day, man. Back in the day. But I saw a movie with crabs, man. And the crabs, when they jumped on you, they would just start eating your inside, and they'll go inside of you and eat. That was a little too much, brothers and sisters. But you get the point right there. But apparently crabs were all over the place. And I'm guessing the workers there were afraid of crabs. So they're like, not my business, this is not my place. The owner of the place come and shoot the crabs. I don't get paid for that. That's not on my CV. That's not on my resume. That's not my job description to shoot crab. So they do touch it right there. But apparently the crabs were all over the place right there. But the crabs felt comfortable being there, because it seems like not much activity was going on inside there, which tells you a lot. Alright, brothers and sisters. Anyways, moving along in that regard right there. We're moving from crab. Let's go to ginger.
What's up, you talking there? No garlic that there, eh?
Oh, garlic.
Garlic have there, garlic.
So it seems like this individual is planting garlic.
Rubbish there. You see my garlic ready to go back and go and grow and go.
Garlic looking dry, eh? So garlic does look no way. I'm just saying.
You're right, man. Garlic have there. Look, I just put a piece of potato down. Put some tomato down.
Well, this man is in his agricultural pursuit, so hopefully he gets a lot of returns in that regard. Always big up to the agricultural individuals out there trying their best to do something, man. Something at least when the government has failed. Because I remember, I'll never forget, the government making a statement on live record stating that they're going to be looking for agricultural markets. They're going to be looking for it, brothers and sisters, and apparently they never seem to find it at all. If they did, our agricultural should be booming up, not just for bananas, but for other things as well. St. Lucia had the same problem with Black Sikatoka, or whatever they call it, the brothers and sisters. They had the same problems, and then St. Lucia was clearing out the bananas, clearing out, dry, clean, bananas was gone. Brothers and sisters, Dominica still there. We are Black Sikatoka. It was interesting, brothers and sisters. In the video, we talk about garlic, and then we see the prices on this thing right there. To me, garlic back in the day used to be $3 and $4. Jumbo garlic. That is jumbo garlic. That is jumbo garlic. No. Well, I don't think it was all that. No, brothers and sisters, it's $11.85. $3, $4. I remember garlic being for, brothers and sisters. $3, $11. Now, I don't know what people doing why the garlic have to be that expensive. It's not like they forcing the garlic to. What you doing? You pumping air in the garlic for it to grow, so you have to constantly be pumping air in the garlic. It's not plant the seed and then water the place. So you have a little labor, you water in the place. Rain will fall, rain will help you from time to time. You water the place, you put the thing in the soil, let the thing grow, and then you pick it. So the labor of watering it and then picking it, so you have to sell that for 11. That imported garlic that, But then again, I'm thinking of imported, brothers and sisters. Sometimes the imported stuff are cheaper than the things that on island. Remember when they talking about tomatoes, brothers and sisters? Tomatoes. They say the tomatoes more expensive than the imported tomatoes. Just like the water that we have, brothers and sisters. We importing water, and our water is more expensive in the local environment than imported water. Water from Trinidad all over coming to Dominica, and our water is still more expensive than the imported water. That must be imported garlic, brothers and sisters. That is imported garlic. Well, I take that back. That's probably not imported. That's probably local garlic. At $11, $12 for that, bro. That is truly something else, brothers. Anyways, let me continue in that regard. Today is what? May 29, brothers and sisters. You remember what happens in 1979 on May 29? Well, in case you don't know, brothers and sisters, when the people stood up for something, that's what happened May 29th. And you know who was in charge of it, brothers and sisters? We'll find out in a while. Charles Savary, Sakwe, Boo. What is that? Boo, Sal. Whatever that means. That doesn't sound nice at all. Okay, you think we forget May 29, 1979? You were the conspiracy behind everything. Traitor, Vacbon. I think the person say Vacabon Sal. What is Vacbon Sal? I don't know. Maybe it's me that have it wrong, brothers and sisters. But yes, Charles Savary was an individual that say, hey, they are trying to do us things in this place and we need to stop them. Let us do all sorts of, what do you call it that? Strikes, brothers and sisters. Let's do all sorts of strikes and what have you. And it worked. It worked today. He joined the regime that has crippled the people. Imagine that. Imagine standing for something because you have the right for the people, and then you totally change your mind frame. Kind of reminds you of Obama. Obama in his first term was brilliant, absolutely flawless, brilliant. In his second term, I don't know what on earth the man does start ushering all kind of anti-man business, all sorts of strange philosophies and things inside there. It's like sometimes the people you expect to do things for you, they come in as the angel of light and then they just turn. Justin Trudeau is another one. His first term, oh, Justin Trudeau was nice, fabulous, brothers and sisters. Look at Justin Trudeau. They just want to hit him some callot, some heavy callot. You want to give that one. So you have to wonder if this is. They come in nicely and then they just turn. Charles Savary is another one. Came in nicely for the people back in 1979. He served 8 years as president, just screwing up the people, consistently screwing up the people over and over. This is why I say Charles Savary was not Dominica's president. Charles Savary was Skerritt's president. The president right there is Skerritt's president too. All right then. May we never forget, brothers and sisters. Today is May 29, 45 years after the events of this day, 1979. Do you remember? Do you know about the events of that day? If you know about the events of that day, brothers and sisters, especially the individuals who lived through it, please leave a comment in the comment box below describing what that day was like, brothers and sisters. May 29th, 1979, brothers and sisters. 1 year after Dominica's independence. Talk to us, people. Talk to us. Let us know exactly what was going on. Interesting stuff indeed. Now, brothers and sisters, this is very interesting when you read it, what you're reading right there. If the present regime continues any longer, there will be no more dedicated young and not so young professionals left in the public service in Dominica. As you talk about the public service, I remember when Claire Harbour came in, and as I tell you, right they are. When Claire Harbour came in, Claire Harbour wanted to pay Dominicans in the United States currency. Yes. They wanted to pay people in US dollars, brothers and sisters. The government DLP-led administration stated, no, they don't, please don't do this. Don't do this at all. Why? because we are fearful that if you pay people in US dollars in Dominica, then our public service will leave their stations, the ministers, ministerial capacities, these individuals that work for the government, they will leave these stations and go and try to work in Clay Harbor because they will be making more money in that regard. So they try to tell the people that they want to limit the people's ability for them making monies to better themselves, and that trajectory is still happening today. It's still happening today, brothers and sisters. They are creating jobs that have no meanings. NEP has its levels, don't get me wrong, you know. When I mean no meanings, there's no output from it. When you create a job and you employ people, you expect the people to do work so that they can create some level of output for you. Not true. That's how it should be. You go in a work, you are a secretary, you handle certain things that can create surplus in that regard, then the income can come in. Therefore, output from the workers create input into the business. That is not the case in this day and age, brothers and sisters. That is not the case at all. People are just barely surviving, and they are fearful of leaving their jobs because they're checking what else can they get. In the United States, I've seen some of my friends do this. If they don't like certain things in their job, they just leave in the job. They tell you they leave in their job. The job have to pay them for the amount of days that they work, remaining days or whatever. They leave in their job and they go and find another job. It have a friend of mine that leave about 5 jobs before she find the job that she want. And she do it less than 5, she do it less than 2 months. Every time they go, I leave my job. Are you serious? Yeah, boy. Talk again. I leave that. I passed 2 jobs, boy, Mr. Alex. Boy, that's something. You think I can do it in Dominica? You can do it in Dominica. Try leaving your job now. Try leaving your job and see what other job you can get. But God have to be your way for you to get another job in that Dominica. Hey, you think it's so? They will all flee to other shores, yes. And if you're smart enough, brothers and sisters, because the government them is screwing up the economy in Dominica, you'll be smart enough to leave. I have seen Dominicans suffer in Dominica and leave to not even go to the United States, you know, to go other Caribbean islands, and they're doing phenomenal. There are people who took the risk and saying, boy, I don't have a job to other places, but let me see if I can go. They go and they're doing really well. On the mere risk factor, they left to go another country, left their job to go another country, doing nothing with the credentials of being in whatever they were doing in Dominica, pass that on, and they were able to get good paying jobs. Some people within the Caribbean making $7,000, $8,000, $9,000 a month. You hear what I tell all you? 9, 7, 8, 6, 5.5. That is actual salaries that I know. 5.5, 6, 7, 8, 9, $9,000 in the Caribbean. And all you there trying to fight. Hey, let me go to the bank and make $2,500. There will come a time where Dominicans wake up here. But I think all labor rights should stay in Dominica. All labor rights should stay in Dominica. Why? Because look at this. So Daddy Chess is singing Forward We Go, brothers and sisters. And based off this song, I don't think the labor rights listening to this song, because we guarantee to prosper. How has Dominica prospered, brothers and sisters? For the past 25 years, how has Dominica prospered? Daddy Chess has been singing this song for donkey years right now, brothers and sisters. How Dominica has prospered? We guaranteed to prosper. We this song saying we are guaranteed to prosper. How? Labor rights dressed in red. They doesn't learn. It's all about believing, brothers and sisters. Like I always mentioned about the revelation equation and the success equation. No matter what you believe, brothers and sisters, if there is no action towards that of which you believe, nothing will come forth. Even a very great book stated this itself. When God told Moses to speak to the rock, he had to do an action. When Jesus came and he put mud over the guy's eyes and tell him, go and wash it. And he would say, but I cannot see, Lord, I cannot see. He didn't say that, you know. He went to look for a pipe so he can wash it out. He didn't say, but I cannot see. He should have stayed there. And say, but how Jesus tell me to go and wash my eyes out? And he put in mud on my eyes. I cannot see already. Let me just stay there. It took an action for the healing to take place, brothers and sisters. He had to go and find the pipe, whether he helped somebody help him to go and find the pipe or not. But when God put the mud over his eyes and told him go and wash it out, he had to do the action. Some of all believe, oh, let me just chant a psalm and hope to pray. Oh, Lord Jesus, do it. It's not so it has worked, brothers and sisters. Everywhere you look across in the Bible, everywhere you look across, somebody had to do an action. When God blinded Saul, he had to find somebody for him to restore his eyesight. Everywhere you look in the Bible, I tell you. Look at Samson. Samson had to grow his hair. You can listen to little Delilah. How old was Delilah? 14, 15 years, whatever age she was, brothers and sisters. You can listen to little Delilah. Samson self was a fool. You tell the girl different things. You lie to the woman. You see the woman trying the lies that you tell on her. And you still go and tell her the actual truth to your strength. I would have hit you to slap. But then again, you might break my hand. So that is another story right there. But Dominicans are always saying, guaranteed to prosper. Where? It's nice, the music nice. But brothers and sisters, let's go where? Dominica has been elevating. Dominica was the number one brothers and sisters in the Caribbean. The top. The top. Dominica right now is the bottom. This is all about a CO. It's a CO. I remember this labor right met me in the Calypsonian finals, and she tell me, well, she just come to enjoy herself. Hey, the music nice, you're enjoying herself. I ask her, you listening to the lyrics? You listen to what the lyrics say? It's not just going to enjoy yourself. It's interesting how people don't seem to understand. Listen to the lyrics, what the lyrics say. Is the lyrics true or false? If the lyrics is true, you need to adjust yourself. Not just saying you enjoy the music. It's not just you enjoying the ambience of the lyrics confusing with the music. Especially when you know the lyrics are true and you refuse to change, brothers and sisters. I mentioned yesterday, intelligence is not on the basis of you knowing everything, you know. Intelligence is on the basis. Your true intelligence is solely on the basis that when you receive the new factual information that you did not know before, that counteracts what you knew, that your own bias, that counteracts it, and you are changed, you cause yourself to modify your behavior as a result of the new information. That is intelligence. Some people want to claim that they are intelligent by doing the same thing over and over, even though they receive new information. Matter of fact, Einstein was the one who indicated that statement. Doing the same thing over and over, expecting a different result, is insanity. You fill a glass of water constantly, thinking the glass of water going to turn into ice. Keep filling it now. Keep filling the glass of water and you will see it turn into ice. You don't have to take the water you fill in and put it in the freezer for it to freeze. No, you keep saying, okay, let me put that in the glass. It will turn into ice. You don't see water, you pour it out, you put more water in. Maybe that water was old water, man. Old water that was there before. So we put new water. Maybe that water will freeze instead. So you put new water in it, you throw it out, you put it back in. Dominicans just like a CO. It's a CO. You enjoy yourself, sure. But you enjoy yourself to further keep yourself up in oppression. If you believe in progress, they don't believe in. None of them believe in progress. You can't tell me you believe in progress and supporting the regime that keeping you not progressing. Make it make sense to me. I'm guessing this was Kepingsi area when they were trying to do the groundbreaking ceremony for the marina. I'm guessing. Some of these people hate Dominica. They might believe in themselves that they love Dominica, but they hate Dominica. Love is an action word, you know, brothers and sisters. It's not just somebody going to tell you I love you. Dominica to the bone. Or you Dominica to the bone. And you keeping Dominica down from progressing. Huh? How? How? Just like people in overseas talking about the patriotic. They're only patriotic when they're in America. When they was Dominica, they was patriotic. Not at all. But when they're in America, they want to show other people, hey, I'm from Dominica, I'm from the Caribbean, hey, I'm just like you, you from Trinidad, hey, I'm from Dominica, hey. That's how they patriotic we. We had an ambassador, brothers and sisters, that was ambassador to to Dominica in America, Washington DC. The boy was doing absolutely nothing. Absolutely nothing. No, he's a pal repping Dominica. Boy. No, he can't. Okay, only get the point. Dominica like CO, but the forward we go never. That's what they're pretty much saying right there. You cannot support a regime that keeping you down. Humans just special. Humans like. But when you look at places like St. Lucia now, St. Lucia looking to increase their minimum wage, brothers and sisters. St. Lucia looking to increase the minimum wage, brothers and sisters. Dominica increased its minimum wage from, I think it was $500 to $700 for NEP workers, I think. Or $800, whichever, brothers and sisters. I think some NEP workers are complaining that they haven't gotten this increase yet. So, hey. It is, brothers and sisters. So, St. Lucia is on the verge of implementing a historic minimum wage increase. And, of course, as indicated right there, a minimum wage and equal wage commission was established under Prime Minister Pierre in 2022. The commission, local employers, and labor unions held extensive consultation to determine a proposed minimum wage rate. Kind of reminds me of that individual, that person of the union, Dominica Public Service Union, who indicated that they were going to have some sort of meeting to talk about salary increases. Up to now, we haven't heard anything on that regard. Nothing at all. We heard that they were going to be talking about if the Prime Minister can increase their salaries by between 28.5% to 40%, then Dominicans normal should be able to increase their salaries. Brothers and sisters, it's very clear that the government is working for themselves, because the government increasing their salaries, and the people who elect them to do things for themselves are not getting increase. Or if they barely get an increase, it doesn't meet the expectation of inflation for the 25-30 years that they have never gotten an increase, brothers and sisters. Let that sit. Let that settle in, man. Let that settle in. Anyways, the first ever legislated minimum wage would ensure that St. Lucian employees are paid no less than $1,126 monthly. Minimum. I think the minimum in Dominica is either $700 or $800. St. Lucia and Dominica is the same way, guys. In fact, Dominica has more resources than St. Lucia. Yet still St. Lucia bringing more tourists than Dominica. Why? You don't find that strange? I always found it strange. Dominica has more resources than Antigua, more resources than St. Lucia, more resources than Montserrat, more resources than pretty much all the Caribbean islands combined. St. Kitts, Anguilla. I mean, Turks and well, let's go. Turks and no, I think of the ABC Islands. Okay, so maybe Turks and Caicos. Turks and Caicos. Yes, Turks and Caicos, because Dominica have more resources. We have land, we have fruits, we have water, we have sun, we have rivers. I mean, we just have it, brothers and sisters. But apparently, nothing of that sort is actually helping to elevate our standards, brothers and sisters. Of course, the $1,126 a monthly would be $52 daily minimum, or $650 hourly, brothers and sisters. I think Dominica only is $4, $4.50 or $4.25, whatever it is, brothers and sisters. I think it probably went down, you know. I can't remember, but you guys can let me know in the comment box below. The new minimum wage will increase the salaries of nearly 13,000 people in St. Lucia right there. So kudos to the Prime Minister of St. Lucia for at least looking at the benefit of their people. Okay? Now, while Dominica, forward we go! Woo! To the bone! Oh. Guys, what are your thoughts, man? What are your thoughts? Leave your thoughts in the comment box below, guys. Don't forget to check out our previous reaction I did on a Miss Lake's reaction, guys. That link will be in the first comment. Sorry, I just, my brain does make me, yeah. Anyway, brothers and sisters, check out the link in the first comment in the comment box below, guys. And of course, definitely give this video a thumbs up if you understand. If you want to see more, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notifications so you can get the latest vibrations when they tend to come through. I would appreciate that 150 billion%. And then some, brothers and sisters. If you just do this, of course, helping this channel to grow when you subscribe. It's about mistakes. Once again, on this BrBpTV, be real, be positive.